Hello, guys, it's your boy Pete one more time coming back to you with another video for you techie guys out there. It's been a minute that I do not record any video. I've been extremely busy, so I apologize for that, guys, but here we go. So this time I was asked, hey P, what do you think about this Windows 11 coming soon? And honestly, I didn't have much to say. It's been quite a minute that I stopped using Windows to dedicate myself to be a Linux person, but at the same time, we have to admit that the way to make money is definitely with Windows. Now, I use Mac from time to time as well, but Linux is pretty much being my daily driver. Different variations of Ubuntu, and depends on the machines that I'm using, so forth and so on. Definitely open source, I believe, is the way to go. But what's up with this new Windows 10? So what I decided to do is I was able to get my hands on an ISO file. I dropped it in this laptop, and I said, you know what? Let me give this a try and see what we got. And pretty much this is what it looks like. This thing is beautiful. I had to say it. Microsoft went all out in this version of Windows, and it's really an eye candy. It is very glossy. It looks pretty nice. I must say that it's really snappy. I like what Microsoft is trying to do when it comes to productivity. So this is not an in-depth review. This is just what I see. What I think is just my own opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. I really like this. Microsoft has done something to me interesting. They're going back and forth, taking stuff that actually worked for them in the past, getting rid of some of the stuff that don't really work, and borrowing from other operating system the things that actually make them work. For example, you would notice that the star of everything is the star button on the bottom in the bar is more of an center, kind of like reminiscent of a Mac. It looks very nice. For people that are used to the start button being on the left, yes, you can reconfigure this on the start bar by clicking on the right and going to task setting. And there you have the option to change that. I think it looks pretty nice. It's very polished. I like it. Right now I'm running the dark mode. As you can see, it is really nice. The icons are very bright, popping right at you. Really beautiful. If you notice, the edges are rather round. You're going to find a lot of information about this online. Like I said, I think it looks pretty. It's an eye candy. Looking more like a Mac computer, we'll say. Honestly speaking, it's still the same all Windows 10. After looking under the hood, there's a few changes. Yes, it's true. It is very snappy. It looks more responsive. I really like that they're doing a few other changes. When it comes to Edge, which I believe it was atrocious, I think it was a mess back then. They refine it, they repolish it. It looks pretty nice. It looks clean, must to say. Now, as you know, guys, some of you may know that Edge is now built on top of Chromium, which is what Google Chrome is based on. So literally, they are borrowing that from the Linux community, from the open source community, to be precise. So this is some of the things that I like that they have done is borrow the things that work from other operating system and integrate it just to give the user a better experience. I really like the way that it works now. It's pretty snappy. It's beautiful. It's fast, very fast. I like that. But of course, you know, it's Microsoft. They're forever checking on you. So you may want to disable some of the security settings because otherwise Microsoft be on checking on you. It is what it is. One thing that they did that they bringing back, and you probably hear a lot of this, is the widget. This is something that dates back to Windows Vista, which it was atrocious. It was a mess. It was ridiculous. It was useless, is what I believe it is. Now they polish it. They make it look like a glossy tile. It looks clean. I don't foresee me personally ever using the widgets. I can see for people that want to stay in tune with different news and so forth and so on. Yes, you can disable that, so they're not forcing you to use it. You can go on the taskbar and just get rid of it, unping it if that's what you will. But there's one of the things that they did is that they worked on the Microsoft Store. And while they really went at it nicely, it is beautiful, it is clean, it is coherent. It really makes a lot more sense now. So for developers, what they have done is they're allowing developers to bring in their own code bypassing Microsoft. So now they have the opportunity to actually get their money back. It's just good. This is awesome. This is good thing for productivity when it comes to developers because now they can bring more application for the users. I think it's great, personally. Also, one thing that is really, really awesome is, as you see here in the bottom, I had Spotify and I also had Instagram. Now what they're doing is they allowing you to bring your Android applications, your Android phone applications, and put it right on your Windows. That is fantastic. Way to go, Microsoft. You're really borrowing good stuff from different other places. I think that is really, really awesome. From the productivity standpoint, and this is something that I really enjoy using Linux. If you go over to the Maximize button on the top, you're going to notice that now you got the grid. That is fantastic for productivity. So what this is going to do in a sense, it allows for those of us that have big monitors, a single one monitor, maybe a curve, maybe a 27, a 34, maybe a ridiculous 49, or a TV, like I had used, like a 55-inch. This would allow you to split your screen, saving you the money of having multiple monitors. This is fantastic. And again, they're making it sound that this is something original in the announcement, but this is something that they have borrowed from Linux long time ago. Linux been doing this. I don't knock on that. In fact, I appreciated that they went this route because Windows user really, really could take advantage of something like that, especially working remotely from home lately. I think it's awesome. Now, this doesn't take away the fact that you do have the task view. And with the task view, you can have multiple desktop. Virtual desktop will also allows you to use a virtual screen, if you want to call it so. And you can switch back and forth and you can use shortcuts on your keyboard. I'm not going to go, that's beyond the scope of this video, but it is really a really nice thing. Something also that I believe they borrow from Linux. It is really polished. I really like it. The icons are really vibrant. Even on the light version of it, the light theme, the dark theme is so much better for me on my eyes. But it really, really looks eye candy. I really enjoy it. I believe that everything else that they had in the past that worked for Microsoft, it is still there. I don't foresee this being a hiccup, but I do believe that at the end of the day, this is Windows 10 with makeup, making it look nice and glossy. It is a little more snappy. Yes, it is. They're not forcing that much of update as in yet. Remember, this is still on beta, but I wanted to bring it to you guys because I was asked. I have some of the applications that I normally use. I literally set this up like if it was going to be my production. I even put my links to a server that I have here, which, by the way, I'm going to change it pretty soon. So don't even bother trying to hack into it. It's a waste of your time and mine. And I use the stuff that I normally use. So really no much has changed. This is literally that. The start button again, we don't have the flying icons, which was kind of ridiculous. You can revert that to that if that's what you want to. Of course, everything is there in the settings. When you click on all apps, you have the regular ones, all of the apps that you normally have installed on your PC. So literally, it is really nice. It is very snappy. I haven't go in depth into this because I recently installed this on a computer. Yes, the computer is decent. I have a 255 AMU. I do have a 16 gigs of memory RAM on it. So the computer is going to be very snappy on anything. But I was thinking that it was going to be a resource whore. And no, you know what? Windows 11 looks pretty. So thumbs up to Microsoft. I really like the way that they are going. I am super happy that they borrowing the stuff that worked from another operating system. And honestly, let's see what else. Whenever we go live, I believe Windows 10 still have up to the end of the year support. From the business and enterprise standpoint, I hoping they're not forcing people to go into it, but eventually it's Microsoft. I know right now is a non-pay update. What does this mean for you guys, the consumers, for us? That this is just an upgrade. An upgrade that is, as long as you got a activated Windows 10, you should be able to get the full experience for free. If you have it right now, you can be a Windows insider and get your computer right now with Windows 11. Would not advise that because it's still in beta, but for developing reason and for trying it out, it's fantastic. So don't make it your main driver. If you got important stuff, stick with Windows 10 until it officially gets released and you test it out and you get more information from people like me that are forever trying new things. That being said, guys, this is just beautiful. It's still the same old Windows 10 with a little eye candy on it. If you have any comments, you can just let me know. I will be reviewing this in depth, and hopefully, nothing in here will be daunting. I think it would be very nice for people coming from Mac. Hey, we one rounded icon. Hey, we got that. For people that come from Linux that are more proficient in Linux, hey, I want the grid. So wait, we got that. So Windows, Microsoft is really making this a Windows shop experience very nice. Integrating all of those Android apps is will be really nice. So let's see what else they have. I mean, let me know. Keep me posted. I will be making more videos like this. If there's anything that changes, definitely it's your boy Pete. I'll see you in the next video.